Hi guys! So, this is going to be a vlog about what I'm afraid of, and how exciting opportunities can at times paralyze me. But before we get into that, one, my hair is nuts right now. I look like a clown. That's fine. And two, do you have any recommendations for, right now I am pretty far in my book, and I'm looking for some uh, queer theorist experts, super cool Tumblr blogs, and just average everyday members of the LGBT community who have a decent amount of knowledge regarding sexual and gender diversity. So like academic, full-time, and totally normal regular human, like wide scope of people, to read the first drafts. So do you have any recommendations for people who might be able to do that well? You could put in the comments like a really awesome, comprehensive, popular queer Tumblr blog that you think, you know, makes cool things. And then I could reach out to them and be like, hey, would you like to edit this book? And things like that. So if you have any recommendations, leave those recommendations in the description. And for now, I'm going to talk to you about things. So I have a lot of really cool opportunities right now that are happening. I'm doing a lot of stuff at VidCon. I'm currently like in an email thread with these really amazing people. Like, I'm currently in an email thread, this is like a humble brag, I'm currently in an email thread with some of the most influential and coolest people on the internet, and it's just really neat. I'm at the end of putting out my book, like finishing up my book, and actually getting it into a finalized version. Nope, just a version. I have some of my favorite videos almost finished. Little YouTube really should be much further along, but I'm scared to work on it because I'm like kind of done with it, sort of. But if I am done with it, then I'm giving it away, and I'm afraid to ever finish things because I always feel like they could be better. So a lot of really cool things are happening right now, and it's caused me to just, cool people on the internet and in life are like acknowledging my presence and giving me good feedback. Somebody who I've looked up to for years and I didn't think they knew that I existed has been tweeting me, and they're like, I really like your stuff and subscribed, and I'm like, haha, I'm just gonna favorite it and not reply, not because I don't like you, just because I'm way too nervous to say anything to you. So cool opportunities have this power over me, and when I'm faced with really cool opportunities and really cool people, sometimes I have this tendency to freeze. And it all comes down to like an inferiority complex. It all comes down to the fact that I don't feel like I deserve them. Or I feel, my friend calls it an imposter syndrome. They feel like they are always an imposter. If they're invited to something cool, that thing that's cool must not realize how boring they actually are. So I'm afraid to reply to these people on Twitter because I'm worried if I do, they'll look at me and they'll look at what I replied and be like, well, that was kind of a boring reply. It wasn't very funny or clever. Well, I actually don't think Ashley's that cool. Or I'll hop into, or like VidCon, has been asking me a lot of ideas, and I kind of got over this fear, but like it was a fear I had. And I'm just trying to think of an example. Like, VidCon was like, Ashley, do you have any ideas that could happen at VidCon? And at first I was like, what, me? You think you care what idea? You care my idea? You want to know what I want, VidCon? What? And so for a long time I just let that email sit in my inbox for like a couple days. And then I got over that real quick, and now I just love emailing VidCon, so that's fine now. But, and I'm like, hey, I have 800 ideas, and I'll tell you all of them, and I don't care if you don't like them, because I know they're cool. And what I got it, and it all comes down to, yeah, it just, blah, 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 blah. Cool people, cool things, cool opportunities, they paralyze me. And I'm so afraid of them, and I'm so intimidated by them, that a lot of times, I just say to myself, I'll reply tomorrow, 'cause I'm scared right now, and I'm gonna put it off. Or, I'll just favorite that tweet instead of actually interacting with the person I look up to, because they like me, and I don't want to ruin it. 'Cause what if I say something to them, and they decide they don't like me anymore? Not that I, like, say anything mean or anything, but, like, what if I just said something that was super bland and they thought I was boring? You know what I mean? But I don't like living like that because, one, I'm not always like that. Sometimes I thrive on huge opportunities. Sometimes I really trust myself and I'm gentle with myself and I say, you have a lot of value to add to these things, Ashley. That's why you're invited to them. That's why people pay attention to you and you are valuable. And you gotta trust that and you gotta interact and put forth your ideas. And when I do that, when I do trust myself and I do believe in myself and I do like identify my value and things like that, then I speak up and I participate in things and I interact with people and it's almost always good. And I don't know totally where I'm going with this. Basically just like cool opportunities and cool people intimidate me. And they cause me to freeze, and they paralyze me sometimes. Rather than, it's kind of like if somebody were to be like, Ashley, would you like, if like YouTube Red approached me, and they're like, hey Ashley, we want you to run a show. We think that you should start a web show. We have this massive grant of $100,000. We want to give it to you. We're going to give you complete creative control. You have $100,000. You can hire whoever you want. You can hire only little YouTubers. You can hire only your friends who you think deserve it. You can hire, whatever. You can work with whoever. You can do whatever. Here's $100,000, and we're gonna and just so you know, Ashley, we're gonna blast out this show to like millions of people. So a lot of people are gonna see it. They're gonna see the effort that you put into the show. Like it will be validated in view number. So would you like to do that? Now, to any other YouTuber, that might be like, yeah, so fast. Where do I sign up now? But for me, I'd be like, oh, I'll reply to that email tomorrow. That's because, yes, I want to do that. That sounds amazing. That's just a fantastic opportunity. But I is scared to fail, essentially. And I don't know, and then my imposter syndrome says, I don't deserve that. There are other people who could do better. Are you sure? Are you sure? And my inferiority complex just says you're not going to come up with a good thing. So yeah. So currently, a lot of cool things are happening right now, and and while I'm grateful for them and so excited about them, I mean, when you're given something that's exciting and that you are really grateful for, you probably care about it a lot. Things that you care about are scary. And so right now I'm a little scared and I'm a little paralyzed, but what I want to do is I want to look at myself and say it's okay to be scared. It's totally understandable, but maybe don't be paralyzed. Maybe go for it. Run with it. And trust yourself. Fucking finish Little YouTube. Finish the fuck out of Little YouTube. Stop hanging on to it and finish it. Show people your book. I know that you don't know if you're ready to have someone edit your book yet, but do it anyway. Keep moving forward. Don't be afraid. Because the worst that can, reply to an email. Because the worst that can happen with all those things is you make a mistake, You sound a little awkward. Whatever. But you can't move forward unless you move forward. And you can't learn from your mistakes if you don't make the mistakes to begin with. So just do shit. Hustle, hustle, hustle. So that's what I'm trying to do. Is that something that you needed to hear? Because I needed to cathart it. This is me catharting. I'm catharting so hard. Yeah. So now that I've catharted, sounds like a weird fart. Like a cathartic fart to fart. That's not funny. It is to me. Oh, okay. I don't know what the title of this video will be, but an alternative title is going to be Cafarting All Over the Place. So now that I've cafarted, tell me what you think. Do cool opportunities and cool people, do they paralyze you? It paralyzed the shit out of me.